Yo, what's up, my people of YouTube? SoresanCrockxen here with what I promised you guys: Legend of Korra halfway point discussion. Yes. So basically, that means season one is over. I'm actually gonna post the links to episode 11 and episode 12 reviews in the description box below, so you guys can go watch those and actually hear the review on those. Um, my my thoughts on this season was just it was amazing. Like I loved the first episode. I mean, it's just the introduction didn't have much, but episode two was funny as hell. Fucking motorcycles. Episode two was funny as hell. I liked episode three, even though it was a little dark. No, like I liked the episode. The episodes kept me going, and especially like 8, 9, and 10. Like when we got like 4, 5, 6, and 7 were really good. They were good. We actually got to see some stuff going. We actually got to see what pro bending is like. Our team making it to the finals, even though it was the first year. Freaking a mom being an asshole, takes people's powers away. It was like pretty cool. But it was episode 8, 9, and 10, which was weird because I actually watched them in a row, which made it a little like because I was behind, obviously. So I mean, it was like freaking like it went so well those 3 episodes, and which gave me even more drive to watch the season finale. Because it was like freaking intense. Like what happened in episode 8 caused things in episode 9 to change, which caused episode number 10 to be weird and crazy. And the fact that freaking Amon is an asshole and took Faye Fong's powers away, and Tarlok's dick, who likes to blood bend people because he's a jerk. And and then the freaking episode 11, well, we get the backstory of Amon and Tarlok. We get to see what the freak their story's about, because we just knew that Tarlok was a councilman, and we know that Amon's an asshole who likes to take people's bending away. And that he said he had a backup. He said he had a background story, but really I think anybody who watched the series didn't believe a thing he said. So I mean, I kind of did and I kind of didn't, right? And then episode 12 just put it all together, because we know the backstory, we know why Amon's doing this, and then the whole Tarlok committing suicide. And freaking Mr. Hobo comes back in episode 11 and 12. I mean, who expected the Hobo from episode 1 to come back ever, and to actually be like to be able to send a message to fleets far away? I mean, this guy was just like a spy or something. I don't know, but it was just weird. Like the freaking Hobo community and everything. Like I didn't expect to see that. I honestly didn't. I don't think anybody did. It was just cool. It was like this entire season had me really locked in, and the fact that I saw before the series even started, I actually rewatched the previous series together, just completely one more time, just because I missed the characters and I kind of wanted to prepare myself for airbend, the bending concept again, because since it had been so long since the previous series ended, I had to wrap myself back in, like, hey, these people can do this, these people can do that, these people can do this, these people can do that, this kind of power exists, this one exists, this one can do that, stuff like that. And I actually got to familiarize myself with the bending again and all the different concepts. Well, really, one thing that kind of bugged me about this series is how many lightning benders are in there now. Because if everyone remembers in the previous series, lightning bending was very difficult and complex to master. Like freaking Azula and Iroh were the only ones to actually be able to use it, like the right way. I mean, so it kind of bugged me that so many people now can do it. I mean, it's a good thing to introduce them. We had teachers now. We can actually teach people how to use lightning bending. But the fact is, there's a job for this. That's like a requirement for a job. that kind of irked me a little bit because if that many people have lightning bending, that takes away the special side of it. You know, like the fact that Mako can do it. I mean, but either way, him too. Like because I had seen so many other people able to do it, and then it was just like weird. And then freaking, I mean, I understand the fact that freaking General Iroh can do it now, but I mean, that was even a bit extreme because he showed up so late in the series that it was like, well, I've seen lightning bending before, but in the other one, freaking when Azula did, I was just like, whoa, what was that? And it's like freaking lightning bending. She's freaking bending lightning, and I was like, whoa, that's freaking cool. And then you saw General Iroh use it, and you were like, whoa, he can do it too. It must be a family thing. Does that mean Zuko can do it too? And then he couldn't, obviously. But I mean, like stuff like this is what I mean. Like, freaking, it was so rare to be able to just. And then bloodbending, that one too. Like I like the fact that they made it specifically short and late this series, just like they did in 11. That one actually, I was glad they did because then there was only Katara and then Jacob's family. Like that's all we really knew, which was freaking. I like the fact that they actually have more characters because, I mean, obviously there must be other bloodbenders out there in the world and stuff like that. But I mean, the one thing that was weird to me is how they made like freaking bloodbending like. Oh, that. I mean, we knew it was evil before, but I mean the fact that nobody can do it. It's like almost impossible to do it, or to it's the concept of it's impossible to bloodbend when it's not a full moon. When Qatar did it in the previous series, like legitimately, like they were in the war. She was in the plane, or she was in the ship, or the airship, and she freaking bloodbend the dude, and it was like, whoa, how can I do this without a full moon? It was done before, so why is it so weird that people can do it now? Like the freaking fact that Jacome was able to. The one thing though that I give props to the whole adding Jacome thing is the psychic bloodbending. I mean that just completely threw me off. I didn't know what the freak he was doing in the courtroom, but when they finally explained, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. But the thing that really irked me was, oh, you're not supposed to be able to blend without full moon. But Katara did it. Katara did it. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. The other thing that I really didn't like is the fact that we saw Tenzin the entire series, literally the entire series, and I don't mind that. I like Tenzin. He's freaking cool. He freaking airbends like a boss. But then we know he has two brothers. Yet we only see one, and it was in the last episode, and it was only for like 2 seconds. What the heck? I want to know who he is. I want to know how he got his position. I want to know what bending he can do. And then I want to know about the other brother who hasn't even been mentioned. What did he do? What does he do? I mean, what does he do? And what's his bending? Because, I mean, come on. I mean, I really want to know. I really got to know. It's like stuff that you should tell people. Ugh. Sorry, my throat hurts. I've been doing this the third video, and the previous ones were kind of long. So my throat kind of hurts right now. But anyways, so I mean there was that, and then like they didn't. The other thing, I mean, I like the fact that they had this secrets for so long, but the fact that they didn't justify it makes me. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much, but it kind of does. The fact that Amon was able to freaking take her bending away. I mean, I kind of like the fact that it is possible, and I like the fact that they kept it hidden, like they kept it a secret. How the fuck is he doing this? What is he doing? How can he do this? Ah! Like I like the fact that they kept it a secret. How his powers were, and I like his fake background story. That was wow. It sounds like somebody we know. But like stuff like that. Like I like the fact they kept it secret. But the way they did it, like when they actually revealed how he can do it, the fact that they didn't justify how, like how exactly. We know he did it via bloodbending, but how does bloodbending take away your bending? Like they didn't justify that. I was like it kind of bugged me a little bit, but not a lot to care. I mean, right, whatever, right? But I mean, and the fact, and this one I really like. I mean, I hated Tarlock the entire series. I did. I just hated Tarlock. He was an ass. Deserved to die. I wanted him to be killed by Korra. I wanted him to just get screwed over so bad. And then his background story came, and I was like, okay, well, you had a tough childhood. So what? Doesn't give you the right to do the things you did. And you know, like, but even though that happened, he kind of, in my opinion, he got some redemption. And he freaking blew him. He killed himself in killing his brother, or I mean, at least it's believed that they're both dead, because he blew up a boat, a small boat for that matter, by shocking an electric or a gas tank. I mean, I think he got his redemption. I mean, as much as I hated the guy, that was a cool way to go. I'm just saying, I mean, he killed the bad guy, or he hopefully killed the bad guy. I mean, we assume, that's better, we assume he killed the bad guy while doing it himself. I mean, that's a samurai. I mean, actually, you could say it's kind of a samurai's honor with a boost. Because he's killing himself for the things he did, but he's also killing the villain. So, I just think, I mean, I think he got his redemption. I believe that Tarlock he's still gonna be hated. Like, I'm still gonna hate the fact that he was an asshole the entire series since episode 2. But I am gonna give him the fact that in episode 12 he totally deserves an MVP award in a way, because he kind of does. He killed the bad guy. Another thing, we know there's bison, we know there's air bison, we saw Oogie, we saw other ones. We saw lemurs, but we don't know how they were. Like, I mean, freaking Aang had Momo, right? Now Bolin has Pabu, Korra has Naga. There's 2 pets. But I want to see somebody have a freaking lemur. I'm sorry, it's just freaking Momo was awesome, like, no joke. So, like, I want to see. Obviously, I don't expect Korra to get one, but I want to see somebody with a lemur. I just do. I love the fact that he brought back canon, stuff from the previous series. The whole seeing through the ground, like Bay Fawn did, with your feet, just like Top used to do. I like the fact that Sokka was a boss. Like, even though he only showed up for that one episode, I think he was awesome. He was a freaking councilman, and not only that, he was the head councilman. He must have done something right. But there is one thing I have to mention. I mean, the one thing that irritated me in the Sokka sense is that we haven't seen his kids. He didn't even have kids. See, they don't state these things. Like, I want to know. Sokka was with Zuki, so I suspect he has kids. I want to see his kids. I want to know how they turned out, because Sokka was funny. Sokka was funny. He was just hilarious in the previous series. You had a mixture of funny, that mixture of toughness with Toph. You had a mixture of romance with Aang and Katara. You had a healer, Katara the healer, and then you had the Avatar. I mean, I just feel like they need to kind of give us. I mean, Bolin's a funny guy, I know that, but I want to see Sokka's kids, just see how they turned out. Another thing that I mentioned in the last 2 episodes and still and really bugs me. How the freak is General Iroh Zuko's grandson? If you guys have any idea how this, I mean, I know it is possible, but just tell me your theories of how this is possible in the comment section below. Honestly, I like the programming. That was one thing that I wish they had done something similar in the previous series, because it was just cool. I liked the programming and stuff. It was really fun. It was really intense. I loved it. It gave me hyped. What else? I think that's it. Amon's just an asshole. Tarlock's an asshole. Tenzin's awesome. I do want to see more of Katara. I do. I want to see her, because I mean, obviously, Korra doesn't know everything about waterbending because she sucks at it. I mean, she doesn't suck at it, but I mean, come on. When she was in that cage, she could have used her sweat in order to break. Katara's done it before. She used every reliable source of water to be able to waterbend. Now, why can't Korra do that? She's the Avatar, and she had Katara as a teacher. I know Katara taught her healing and waterbending, but I mean, come on, teach her something else. Um, what else? I think that's it. I am looking forward to season 2. There is still no release date on that. I hope they do talk about it soon. I still have no idea who's gonna be back. I don't see any back. I mean, unless they come out, they throw one out in there or something. But I mean, it's legit. I mean, Korra knows everybody. Aang was back. I want to see Aang again. I do want to see Aang again because Aang was like my favorite character in the previous series. So I do want to see him back because he is technically the previous Avatar, so he kind of has to in a way. And you still gotta finish the spiritual training, and then you actually gotta help her learn to control the Avatar stick. So I mean, what we saw is that she's able to give you your powers back, and she has. I hope it's like you gotta teach her how to control her Avatar state and stuff like that. So you can get fired in that. But yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, excuse me, I'm tired. I guess that's it for this discussion. I guess. Um, like I said, I can't really wait for it. I'm so excited for season 2 to come. Episode number 12. Gosh, that was like the best, literally the best episode in the series. I loved it so much. Mr. Hobo, it's just the boss. So yeah, leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. What did you think of this, of season 1 of Legend of Korra? Did you actually like it? Did you enjoy it as much as I did? What did you think about the cameos? What did you think of all the references to the old school show? Stuff like that, you know? Video responses are welcome. It's something I haven't said in my videos recently. But yeah, video responses are always welcome. I don't mind you doing them. In fact, I actually would love you guys doing that. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, all the love. I really want you guys to comment though, because I gotta make this an awesome series. I can't wait for season 2. So yeah, I guess that's it. What we talk about. So yeah, that's you. Again, thanks for watching. Comments, video responses, all that good stuff. And keep mastering your bending preference. And I will catch you guys later.